Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Ryan Crystal's Reviews, aka the Hot Toy Collector, back with a couple big announcements today. Starting off with, we got a figure today that honestly I didn't think we'd see till further down the road. I thought we would see her potentially in the Hawkeye series. Maybe we get the figure then, or potentially Young Avengers series. As we know, Contessa DeFontaine is putting together a younger version of the Avengers, aka the Young Avengers. But we are getting none other than Black Widow's sister Yelena in Hot Toys form. And I'm really surprised here. I didn't think this was going to happen, but I am very glad that it is. So we're going to check out some pictures here, take a look, share my thoughts a little bit. So we're here on Sideshow.com, and we're looking at the first picture here. Real solid. She's in that white uniform, which I believe she's in the entire movie. I don't think she switches. No, she doesn't switch over to the black uniform the way Natasha does when they do the switcheroo with her and their mom. You can see she's got the vest on here, just like the vest we got with Black Widow from Infinity War. It is a sculpted hair version. Thank you, Hot Toys. I'm so glad they didn't go rooted hair. I'm glad that they've started to go away from rooted hair. I've shared my thoughts on this numerous times. I don't like the rooted hair. I think it causes them to not be able to get the sculpt exactly as pinpoint accurate as they can. I think the sculpted hair allows them to be a little more accurate with it. They just really got to figure out how to do the longer style hair, which we've gotten a couple longer style hairs with the Captain Marvel figure and the Scarlet Witch, upcoming Scarlet Witch figure from WandaVision. So you can see here she's got the batons, which are pretty similar to the ones we get with Natasha in Infinity War. She's got the batons here that actually had these little break points that have a little bit more of a whip to them, which looks really cool. Zoom in a little bit there. As you can see, I think the face sculpt looks really good. I like the vest. I'm a little worried about it being open and closed. I am very hopeful that it's going to be magnetic and doesn't have a zipper. I can't quite tell from this picture if it does or not. I'm hoping no, because the zippers, they're really good with everything except for the zippers, it seems like. My Hawkeye in-game Ronin figure, I have two vests because the first one broke, and the second one they sent me broke again because I guess I'm just not good enough to get it zipped up. But I digress. So here we see a couple little leg pieces here for some clips, for a gun and some knives. And then there's a picture there, just her standing there with the baton. I like the boots. She's got kind of like the combat boots on. It looks really nice. The knee pads are a nice little touch. She's got the belt here with the Black Widow symbol there. That looks really good. The vest, I think the vest does secure right here with magnets, which hopefully will be what we get in the final, and which, you know, we're going to take a look when we get this thing, and I'm spoiler warning, it's going to be a wait. So next picture here, kind of an action pose there, looks really nice. Another action pose. They actually kind of put the base right there, which I was kind of surprised. We don't get to see a lot of base in these kind of photos. They got the longer baton put together. That looks really good. I mean, the articulation looks pretty typical. I think that's probably what we're going to get with the other Black Widow figures that are be coming out next summer. So that's the same shot there, just from a different angle. This is kind of just a standard stand with a punching style pose. She's got a knife right there, so we're going to get a couple knives too. That's pretty good. It's always nice to get a lot of accessories with our figures. You can see here we get a set of headphones that she wears when she's flying the helicopter, which I thought was an odd touch that they would add that, but nonetheless, I enjoy that they did that. Thank you, Hot Toys. So here's another look at the batons that have a lot of they're going to have some articulation to them, be able to break them down, kind of move them a little bit. They're more of a whipping motion. That looks really cool. It's a nice picture there. I mean, all in all, I mean, I am very impressed with this figure. I was hopeful we would get Yelena, but I wasn't holding my breath for it. I think it's odd to me that we got Red Guardian teased at Sideshow Con and the online SDCC. for Sideshow. And yet, here we are. It is October 20th, and we don't have that figure, but yet we have Yelena. So I do find that a little odd. I like this picture right here. You get a little better look at the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt looks a lot like Florence Pugh, and this looks like a really solid figure. They've really started to knock... I think Hot Toys, honestly, the last about 10 figures that they have put up for pre-order, the head sculpts have been phenomenal. I think it started around the Black Widow head sculpt when I first started being like just kind of blown away, and especially female head sculpts, because again, they've gone to the sculpted hair, which allows them to get this sculpt a lot closer. The rooted hair, they have to make it out of more of the rubber material, and then they have to insert all the rooted hair in there. So the sculpted hair gives them a chance to just make one big sculpt and then sculpt everything off of that, which is, obviously makes a big difference. So you get a little better close up here of the face. That looks really good. The vest, which I think looks pretty similar to the vest, the same one that's on the Black Widow figure. That we get with the Black Widow figure. The only difference is, as we go back through here, the only difference being that you can't unzip it or kind of open it up a little bit on the Infinity War figure. You can't do that. So here's a really good look at the head sculpt there. Really solid looking head sculpt. Very happy with that. I think just the texture of the skin and the pores, the way they've done it, for me, they've just knocked it out of the park. It's hard to, some of these figures, there's some of these will come out and I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm going to be honest with you. Captain Carter, the Hydra Stomper, I'm still on the fence about those. I will probably break down and get them so that I can do some reviews for you guys. But, some of these head sculpts are just so good. It makes it difficult to not want to get the figure. Look at the pores. You can literally see the pores in the skin on this shot. It's just unbelievable the level of detail they've gone to. The eyes, they've just done so much better on some of these figures. And you look at figures back a year ago or 2 years ago, they weren't quite to this level of detail. They were good, don't get me wrong, but they weren't quite to this level of detail, which I think is just phenomenal. So here's the title card. We've got Yelena. We've got the two different kind of breakable batons. We've got two single batons. We've got the pistol. We've got a set of headphones. We've got some knives. I'm sure those are the ones we saw in the other picture. Got the combat boots. There's a stand, and then we've got one full baton altogether. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of hands. So that's nice. That's good to see. That is the last picture. So let's go back here to the page. So she's going to run you $270. The Hot Toys market, the prices are going up. It's just as simple as that. As I've stated on the subreddit a few days ago when we got the Loki and Sylvie announcement, I said I really think we are on the verge of a $300 figure in this style, where you're going to get a simple figure that's non-die cast, has a few accessories. It's going to be, give it a few more months, they're going to be $300. And I get it. Hot Toys has got to hedge against inflation. And, of course, everything that's going on shipping-wise and supply chain shutdowns and things like that, they've got to be able to hedge against that. And I understand that. But, $270 is starting to get up there in the range of, oh boy, do I really want to get this? Because by the time you include shipping, you include tax, you're up over $300 already. So that's something you've really got to start. As collectors, we've really got to start taking into account. I like to collect every single Hot Toys figure. I've got, 150 of them now, what I'm up to. And I'll do a collection tour here before too long once I get all the cabinets set up. Still got one cabinet I got to get set up and some lights and things like that. But as we go along, it's going to get more and more expensive. I mean, we saw the increase in some of the Iron Man figures and the diecast figures go up over 450, and we're going to start seeing these regular style figures, what I just call regular figures or normal figures, go into the 300s. We're not that far off of it. I wouldn't be surprised if come by the end of the year we see 285 for a figure like this. So the expected ship date on this one is not correct. Everything I've seen, including off of Hot Toys Instagram and the website, is showing that it's not going to ship until March or March to May of 2023, around in that area. So I'm not sure where Hot Toys has got, or I mean Sideshow has got this date of October 2022 to December 2022, but everything I've seen, that is not the correct date. And one thing you can always do, especially with Sideshow, with Toys Wonderland, you can do that. You can do that with some of the others. Neo Geeks, I know you don't have to put down anything. You can just pay for it all at once if you want, or you can just place your order and then wait till they're ready to ship it and then pay all of it once. But you can do a payment plan here on Sideshow. So we go to the About section. She says, I've never had control over my own life before, and now I do. I want to do things. And then we'll just read this real quick. Making her official debut in Marvel Studios' Black Widow, Yelena Belova has quickly gained attention from fans with her remarkable acrobatic skills and endearing humor, which I thought she was pretty funny in the movie. It's on Disney Plus now for free. If you have Disney Plus, you can go over and watch it. I've watched it again. A lot of times when I see movies in the theaters and I don't really like them in the theaters, I'll watch them again when they come out, and I kind of grow fondness of it. But Black Widow, there's still some, I'm just kind of meh on it. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm never going to watch it again. I'm going to skip it if I do a marathon or anything like that. Not at all. But it's kind of one of those, yeah, I'll watch it and we'll just kind of move on type deal. She is a product of the Red Room's ruthless training program, as well as a fiery assassin who has a secret history with the Black Widow that she is determined to address. Long awaited by fans, Sideshow and Hot Toys are thrilled to present Natasha's sister from the Red Room, the Yelena 6-scale collectible figure, and of course her beloved vest with lots of pockets. That was one of the funny parts that she's talking about, it has so many pockets. Masterfully crafted based on the screen appearance of Florence Pugh as Yelena in Black Widow, the figure features a newly developed head and hair sculpture with remarkable likeness. Finely tailored snowsuit, which is the same snowsuit we get with the Black Widow, and the iconic vest, an array of highly detailed weapons and accessories, including a long baton, a pair of standard batons, and a pair of articulated batons, pistol, daggers, headset, interchangeable hands for poses, and a figure stand. Strike poses with this Yelena figure. So you can see here, there's your head sculpt, a facial expression with makeup, detailed blonde hair sculpture of Yelena. That's borderline. That's kind of a dirty blonde. I don't know if I'd really call that blonde. Body with over 28 points of articulation, approximately 28 centimeters tall. 10 pieces of interchangeable hands, including one pair of fists, one baton holding hands, pistol holding hands, dagger holding hands, and gesture hands. Costume, one white-colored one-piece jumpsuit, one dark green colored blazer vest with magnetic function. So there we get our answer. No zipper. Thank you, Hot Toys, for not doing zippers. Let's get away from zippers. One pair of shoulder armors, one pair of elbow guards, one pair of black colored wrist guards. Okay, I really didn't notice those. Those were kind of hard to notice in some of the photos, but that's that shoots the widow stings. One black colored belt with pistol holders on thighs, one pair of white colored boots. I do like those boots. These combat style boots. You're probably not going to get a lot of articulation with them as far as your ankle pivots and things like that, but hopefully they'll have a little bit of give. Weapons, we get one long baton, one pair of batons, one pair of articulated batons, one pistol, 3 daggers. Accessories, one headset, and then your figure stand. So you can see here, it's kind of the same as we scroll down here. We get a look at a couple figures here on their website. It's kind of that same articulated one that we get with the Black Widow. So let's actually go back and let's take a look, see if we can find the Black Widow real quick. She should be on the next page back. And let's just kind of look at her suit compared to Yelena's. And where are you, Black Widow? There is the black suit. Where is the white suit? There she is. So yeah, I mean it's a little similar. Yelena's didn't have these gray lines everywhere. Hers was just kind of more. Her had the gray on the pads, but she didn't have these gray lines going over. Of course, she had her vest on. Maybe we couldn't see it because of the vest, but pretty similar there. I mean, it's those same type of articulated batons. They're a little bit different. Natasha's has the hooks on them, on the ends of them, and they have a little bit more of a whip look to them. At least how they had their pose for this. But all in all, you know, both good figures. I'm telling you, this head sculpt is probably the best Scarlett Johansson head sculpt that we've got. I really hope the in-game one was really good. I really hope that this is what we're going to get for final production when we see those photos here in a few months. I'm going to see it till next summer. So, speaking of final production, as we move into our second part of the video, we got released today from Hong Kong the Tuscan Raider from The Mandalorian. And as we scroll back here, I'm going to pull up the info on him so we can get an idea. Oh, I think he was a couple pages this way. So we can kind of get an idea of price-wise and things like that. There he is, the Tuscan Raider. He's $250, so you can see that, you know, when this was released, the prices have already were starting to go up. $250, especially for a figure like this, you know, I would think that if Yelena was released last year, that's probably about where she would fall, in that $250 range. So we got it released. It shows an expected ship of Jan 2022 to April 2022. Now, I will say, when I ordered the Death Watch Mandalorian, I saw that it got released in Hong Kong, and people were the day it got released, people were already getting emails from Sideshow saying, you know, it's gonna hit the warehouse and you're gonna get charged for it. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it right then, because I didn't actually have it on pre-order, and I got it. I got that email a few days later, and then I got the figure a few days after that. Harley Quinn from Arkham Knight has been released in Hong Kong, but I haven't heard of people getting their emails yet from Sideshow. She's another figure that a lot of people were looking forward to, myself included. She is on pre-order, and when she gets here, I will do a review for you guys. So let's flip over to the Hot Toys Instagram, and we're going to look at some pictures that they posted today of the Tuscan Raiders for the final production photos here. As you can see, the head sculpts are so cool. I mean, these guys are creepy, but they're cool at the same time. And I like that you were getting, you know, you get this, right? You get a couple different straps. We're going to get a couple different weapons. This is a cool picture of him with Mando. Mando using his little sniper scope there. And then we get the binoculars there, which I believe we get with the Tuscan Raider. Let's go back and check. Yeah, so we're going to get one. You're going to get the pistol or the long range gun, this little baton thing, and then you get another one, the straps, and then there's the binoculars. What do they call? Scroll down here and see what they call those weapons. The Gaddafi, I don't know. I'm not great on pronouncing some of these things. And then you get the rifle. That's easy to pronounce. So you see there, it looks really cool. I like that picture. A really cool picture here. He's got one of those sticks, and it's really cool. And it looks like someone just kind of took it out, say somewhere on a beach or something, or somewhere, and made some sand, got him in it, and then shot that in the background. That's a really cool picture. That's a really good way to take pictures, guys. if you can incorporate real world stuff, like this shot here is really nice. This shot's really nice. Put a little smoke in the background. It makes it for really cool pictures. Put a couple filters on it and you're really cool. And then we've got the Bantha here and him running away. That looks really cool. That's really realistic, honestly. It almost looks like it came from the TV show when they are fighting this big sand monster. And there you get a couple of them running. That looks really cool. I think this is going to be another solid figure. I do not have it on pre-order yet. I was going to wait for him to get released, and then when he got released, I was just going to buy him. So hopefully he doesn't sell out. I don't think he will. And then I'll be able to do the review for you guys. So hopefully that'll be coming up here in a few weeks or a couple months. It could be a couple months. We just don't know right now. You kind of think, oh, well, something's getting released, and we'll see it in, a few weeks, and then before you know it, 3 months has passed, and he's still not here. And the Hulk from Endgame is one of those figures. Thor, one of those figures. Captain America, one of those figures. In fact, I think you can buy Captain America now on Sideshow. I think he's finally in stock. I actually had mine on a payment plan, which I think I've got like 1 or 2 payments left. So I'll be getting him here shortly as well. So you can see cool picture here. They're sitting around the campfire. You got Mando there telling stories. That's pretty cool. He's got another one of the sticks. Kind of that shot that we get when he's from A New Hope when he's over the top of Luke. So that's pretty cool. I think they look really, really nice for final production photos. And hopefully he will not be delayed and we'll get him in hand fairly soon. I know a lot of people like to get 2 or 3 or 4 of the figures, and that goes for like the 501st and the Coruscant Guards and things like that. But, if you come over to my Instagram page, you'll see, like, we'll go back to my page here. And you'll see, I posted some photos here today. And like this photo here, that's the same figure. I just used Photoshop to make 4 of him. And this is the same, that's the same figure. I just used Photoshop to make like 15 of them or whatever it is there. 12 of them or 10 of them. 11. There's 11 there. So, it's cool to have 2 or 3 or 4. But for me, I just get 1 of each. I don't need to buy 2 or 3 of them. I don't. The only ones, the 2 or 3 I might buy are the Iron Man, but they're the different suits. I try to get as many of them as I can, obviously, because I'm a collector. But like, season 1 Mando, I got lucky and found him on a Sideshow warehouse find, so he's inbound. Then we've got season 2 of Mando, which is pretty much the exact same as the season 1 with the Beskar armor, but he's going to be chrome, so it's going to look a little bit better. So that's just kind of my philosophy on things. So you can see here's my Instagram, the Hot Toys Collector. Come on over. You can see I posted 1, 2, 3, 4 different posts today, 5 different posts today. I'm not sure. Did I post this yesterday? 23 hours ago. So yeah, I posted this yesterday. I think I posted this one this morning, maybe. Nope, I posted that last night. So I must have posted this one this morning. Yes, I posted this one this morning. So I usually post 3 or 4 posts a day. So I'm all the time just putting stuff up here. You check out my video on the Mercenary. It's one of the pictures I did. I really like that picture. I think it looks really good. And I love that figure. I couldn't be more excited with that figure. You go back and watch that video. You'll hear me talk about how I was really upset when that figure never got released. And I saw some other Crossbones figures, third party, that just weren't that good. And the Mercenary came out, and I got real excited. And then when I got him and he shipped, I started getting a little nervous because I'm like, man, what if he doesn't live up to my expectations? But man, really, Art Figures blew it out of the water with that guy. And he's sitting in the cabinet, and I'll be sitting here at my desk doing something on, editing videos or playing COD or whatever it may be, and I'll just look over, and he just kind of catches my eye, and it's just a phenomenal figure. And I really wish Hot Toys would have released their Crossbones figure, but we got a really good figure from Art Figures. So I appreciate y'all watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Come on over to my Instagram, the Hot Toys Collector. You can follow me on Twitter too at the HT Collector. And I appreciate it. as you can see, posting all the time over here. I do stories all the time too, and I'm always doing updates on new figures and things like that. So I appreciate everybody watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.